From the station working for you, this is Good Morning Indiana, streaming now.
Now at 4:30, some COVID-19 restrictions being eased this morning. What you need to know about the new rule changes now in effect.
And are you still having issues when it comes to collecting unemployment? How one mistake for a local woman has cost her benefits since last summer.
And today marks the beginning of Black History Month. We'll take a look at local events that aim to educate and celebrate. But first, here at 4:30, I want to thank you for starting your work week with our team here on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey. Megan, we made it to Monday. We made it to February.
Yes, we did. And the roads weren't too bad on the way in here.
Right.
But Todd, I understand we're going to see a lot stronger winds and colder temperatures.
Yeah, you know, we're going to be seeing the snow showers off and on throughout the course of the day. Yeah, wait till you see your 7-day planning forecast. You're not going to like what you see. So this snow this morning is a little more of an inconvenience than anything out there. It's light. There's a little coating in spots where the salt isn't on the roadways, but overall we're in decent shape. And you notice that these snow showers are finally starting to decrease across the area. We still have some stronger ones here on the far eastern side of the state, from Portland through Winchester, Newcastle over towards the Richmond area. But the big storm now is the one to the east coast. If you have travel plans, you're flying in this direction, make sure you check with your airline. Already some cancellations to the New York airports. As far as temperatures, we're hovering at or just below freezing, but there's a breeze out there, and that's making it feel even cooler than that. So today's the day that's not going to feature a lot in the way of snow. There'll be some snow showers off and on this morning. They're all very, very light. Temperatures don't really do much throughout the day today. We're going to stay in the 20s. It's getting up to right around the freezing mark. We'll talk more about the rest of the week, which is going to feature up and down temperatures and another storm system by the end of the week, Lauren, coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right, Todd, thank you so much. Now, I will say that probably the worst roads on my commute were just in my own neighborhood since they weren't salted. But overall, as you can see here on the interstates, I-65 near West Street and MLK, the interstates, for me at least, look pretty good. They are wet out there, but the snow is pretty much off the travel lanes. It's in the shoulders, might be on the ramp system, so just use caution on those. Right now, we're not monitoring any crashes, no problems out there at this time. Of course, throughout the morning, though, as things get a little busier, we'll keep you updated. And of course, we're keeping a close eye on those conditions this morning. Give yourself just a little bit of extra time so you can take it slow if you run into any side streets that have not been treated. Now, because of the weather, we do know dozens of area school districts are either delaying or canceling classes this morning. That includes Anderson Community Schools, Northwest Hendricks, and Muncie Schools. They're on that list, so you can find that complete list right now on the WRTV News app and on our website, WRTV.com. Megan?
Lauren, now to the latest on COVID-19. Indiana is continuing to report less than 3,000 cases a day over the weekend. The State Department of Health reporting more than 2,300 cases on Saturday and 1,750 on Sunday. Less than 50 new deaths were also reported. Only 5 of those were confirmed on Sunday. 1,433 Hoosiers died from the virus in January. That is a welcome sign compared to both November and December. And starting today, crowd restrictions will be eased across most of Indiana. If a county's COVID risk is at the red or orange level, capacity at social gatherings and events can be up to 25%. If a county's risk level is at yellow, then the capacity can reach 50%, and 100% capacity is possible if a county is blue, which none are at this point in time. Social distancing, masks, and other safety precautions are still required. Counties, cities, and towns still have the option to make their guidance more strict, and that has been the case in Marion County throughout the pandemic, Lauren.
And here at 4:33, the Hamilton County Health Department is moving its vaccine clinic into a larger building in anticipation of receiving more doses in the coming weeks. Today, the clinic will move from the annex building to the exhibition hall at the 4-H Fairgrounds in Noblesville, which is 6 times larger. Signs will be displayed to help people get to the right place. Officials say that Hamilton County was originally allotted 800 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine per week. They expect that number to double mid-February. And a reminder, right now in Indiana, anyone who is 70 and older, long-term care residents, first responders, and healthcare workers, you are eligible to get a vaccine right now. You can register by going to ourshot.in.gov or by calling 211. Remember, supply is limited, so appointments are not guaranteed.
Countless Hoosiers continue to deal with issues when it comes to collecting their unemployment.
That's right. WRTV's own Nikki Dementri spoke to one Cicero mother who says a simple mistake on a weekly voucher has left her without benefits since last summer.
It is definitely an adjustment.
Keep filing and wait. That's what Linda Cummings says she's been doing for months after she stopped receiving unemployment benefits in September.
When you worked so hard to get where you were, and then everything is gone.
The Cicero mom of four filed originally back in the spring after she was laid off from her job at a call center. Things, Cummings says, went smoothly until she says she accidentally checked off she receives disability on a weekly voucher in September. Cummings says she immediately reached out to explain the mistake, but she says the DWD told her to keep filing her vouchers and wait.
And she was like, well, the only thing you can do is wait for a claims investigator to call. They called mid-October. And on that voicemail she left me said that she needed to hear back from me within 24 to 48 hours or it was automatically denied. I left a message with someone. I never heard anything.
In late October, Cummings says she sent an appeal, but it wasn't until December the DWD acknowledged that appeal.
It's just a sad situation overall, and I know I am not the worst off by any means. It's just frustrating. Such a simple mistake. And here we are.
Now, Cummings says her savings are gone. This week, her husband started another job after his seasonal layoff. As she continues to wait, she says she's frustrated as to why the process isn't simpler.
Next, solid anything coming in is February 19th.
What do you do until February 19th?
Anything? Everything?
WRTV reached out to the State Department of Workforce Development for comment on Cummings' situation, but was told by a spokesperson they won't comment due to privacy concerns. When asked for any information to pass along to folks who believe they may have made a simple mistake like Cummings, the spokesperson pointed us to this webpage. One of the only relevant answers to the original question on this page is about filing weekly vouchers.
I get it. I understand. I have to wait my turn. There's a line. I get it. But what's the point if by the time you get to me, I have nothing left?
Working for you, Nikki Dementry, WRTV.
Nikki, thank you. Now, Cummings tells WRTV that she applied for that pandemic unemployment assistance after DWD advised her to do so this week, but her claim was denied. She continues to wait to hear more about an appeal date. We'll keep you updated.
Lauren, thanks. And today kicks off Black History Month, following months of historical events. Although people won't be able to gather in person this year, there are plenty of virtual events to participate in. On Saturday, the Smithsonian Anacostia Community Museum in Washington, D.C. will host an online panel. It'll kick off the opening of an exhibition that's dedicated to Black men throughout history. There will also be plenty of book releases that highlight the lives of Black men and women over the years.
Now back here at home, Megan, families have the opportunity this coming week to speak with artists who worked on the Black Lives Matter mural here in downtown Indianapolis. This Thursday, the Children's Museum of Indianapolis is hosting the Artists for its first Thursday event as part of Black History Month. They'll be discussing their part in the mural on Indiana Avenue, as well as showcasing pieces of their own work. The museum's visiting artist Israel Solomon painted the second T in the mural. We talked to him about the message he hopes families take away from this event.
We all used our voice in our own way to create one piece of art with a strong message. And I hope that the youth and the families are inspired to use their voices in the same way. Is it through art? Maybe. Is it through social media? Maybe.
The fact that we have access to these incredible artists that are so passionate about Black history and the Black Lives Matter movement, we just thought, what a better, there's no better way to engage children and families with this incredible learning opportunity.
So the museum is still at reduced capacity and the event is expected to sell out. So if you want to go, make sure you secure your tour tickets early. Families must make reservations ahead of time. Megan.
Lauren, thanks. And more than 100 million Americans are under winter storm alerts this morning as the East Coast braces for a powerful nor'easter. Coming up, how some areas are preparing for up to 10 inches of snow.
And this week, Indianapolis is home to World Championship Racing. We'll take a look at the big Supercross event and how you can safely attend. Todd.
And here is that storm system Megan was just talking about, stretching all the way from almost Boston now through New York, Pennsylvania. And on the back edge here in central Indiana, still a few light snow showers making their way through the state. We'll talk about how long we'll see some snow and talk about the rest of the work week, which features some big changes as well, coming up in your WRTV Storm Team forecast.
Jefferson Awards.
It is 4:42 on our Monday. Let's take a live look right now at traffic. This is to our west at I-70. This is near the airport ramps where you can see traffic there is pretty quiet so far this morning. We did have a report of a crash on the ramp system in the overnight hours. It's looking like everything at this hour is traveling up to speed. But of course, we'll keep a close eye on your roads as we do have some slick spots out there, especially on side streets. Megan.
Good looking out. Thank you, Lauren. And the National Weather Service says the worst is yet to come for states across the Northeast. Here's a live look at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's expected to get between 8 to 12 inches of snow today, and winter storm emergencies have been declared from Pennsylvania all the way to Massachusetts, Lauren.
That's right. The jackpot for snowfall is expected to be in the northern New Jersey area and New York's Hudson Valley. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the very latest.
This morning, 110 million Americans are in the storm zone as a powerful nor'easter barrels up the coast. For some areas, it's the biggest snowstorm in years.
Putting everyone on alert, please make, to the maximum extent you humanly can, make alternative plans for Monday right now.
Forecasters are warning of treacherous conditions across much of the Northeast through tomorrow, with some locations north and west of New York City facing blizzard-like conditions and up to 2 feet of heavy snow, along with potential power outages and flooding along the coast.
It's going to be the duration of this storm that really is the killer as far as snow amounts go. We may see blizzard conditions at times here, strong winds, coastal flooding, and northwest of that low is where we'll see the heaviest precipitation, not ending until late in the day on Tuesday.
New York City public schools are switching to remote learning today. COVID vaccination appointments are being rescheduled, and for those who do go out, road crews are busy spreading 270,000 tons of salt.
We will be loud and we will be present.
A state of emergency has been declared in New Jersey. Snow emergencies are also in effect in Philadelphia and Boston. Nearly 1,000 flights in the region already canceled.
We're not even hoping for the best anymore. We're just preparing for the worst.
More than 250 crashes reported in Virginia alone. This fire truck flipped over on a slippery road. No serious injuries reported. In Washington, D.C., the first significant snowfall in nearly 2 years, drawing hundreds of people to the National Mall for a massive snowball fight.
Being able to come out here like this and have fun and get out for a little bit after being trapped inside for a while, it's great.
And at the National Zoo, giant pandas are melting hearts with this snowy day video, sliding down a hill head first, belly up. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, New York.
All right, the pandas are having some fun. People having fun with the snowball fights, and I saw lots of social media pictures with snowmen here across central Indiana. It was that good, heavy, wet snow with the snow packing. Here are the watches, warnings, and advisories. Everything you see here in pink, which is, look at that, much of the Northeast. Those are winter storm warnings. Then the purple, that's winter weather advisories, which does include a couple counties here in southeast Indiana this morning as we continue to deal with these snow showers rotating through. But the bulk of our accumulating snow, that has come to an end. You don't have to worry about that. Yes, there's a little bit of a coating and spots on the roadways, especially the ones that haven't seen any salt, but otherwise we were in pretty good shape. And you can see as you look from downtown to the north with the visibility here, if it was snowing really, really hard, you wouldn't be able to see off in the distance. So it's just a very light snow that continues to fall. It's breezy though. The winds are in the northeast at 15 miles per hour. Temperatures right now range from 24 in Richmond to 27 in Martinsville and Crawfordsville, 31 in Lafayette. You factor in that wind, and it feels like it's in the teens in a bunch of locations. So definitely still have to bundle up and be a little careful as you walk out the door. Now, as far as any additional snow, I do think you'll see some snow showers off and on throughout the course of the morning hours. It tapers to just a few flurries later on this afternoon. But look at temperatures once again today. They really don't move. We basically hold pretty steady temperature-wise throughout the remainder of the day. Last 3 hours on the satellite radar picture here, you notice the snow showers continue to diminish, especially here in southern locations. Still a potent snow shower making its way through the Winchester area and then working its way down into western portions of Wayne County there, just to the west of Richmond this morning. But those should start to wind down as well. Here's the storm system as a whole, stretching again from the northeast all the way back here into central Indiana. If you have plans this evening, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures back down into into the 20s across the area. Then overnight tonight, temperatures will be down into the teens and 20s. Again, I can't rule out the chance of some flurries here or there, but nothing that's going to cause any issues on the roadways or any additional issues on the roadways. Tomorrow, it is Groundhog Day. There's an opportunity to see a little bit of sunshine in the morning hours, but overall, I still think it's probably a mostly cloudy day for us with temperatures tomorrow that once again don't really do a whole lot. Either will stay in the 20s throughout much of the day. Now things start to change as we get into Thursday. We're up to 42 degrees, but Thursday has the potential to be a very wet day for us. That is our next storm system. And then on the backside of that storm system, it's going to unlock the coldest air we have seen in central Indiana so far this winter. By the time we get to Sunday, high temperatures will only be in the low teens, single digits in the morning, and it may not just be a one-day deal on Sunday. We would extend the 7-day planning forecast out. Looks like we're going to be locked in with the very, very cold temperatures for a little while. Lauren.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Let's take a look at your commute right now. This is our camera at I-70, a little east of Mount Comfort Road. Our own Kelsey Anderson was out and about. She says Mount Comfort was a little messy this morning, so just use caution, especially on any side streets. We know city streets may not be as clear as the interstates you're seeing here from our view, and be careful on the ramp systems as they may be a little bit more slick as well. Right now, I'm not monitoring any crashes as you're heading out on the roads, but of course, we'll keep you updated throughout the morning. And as we kick off February, you're encouraged to climb stairs this month for a good cause. It's the annual Bop to the Top event at the One America Tower. It's virtual this year, of course, due to COVID-19. Instead of climbing the stairs of the tower, participants are asked to climb as many stairs as they want for as many minutes. You can also run or walk a 5K. The money goes to benefit families like those, like Luke Jackson's family through this Riley Children's Foundation. Luke here was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in first grade, and he spent a week at Riley, and he goes back several times a year for treatments.
Mainly because without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I might be in the hospital right now. I wouldn't be here. I don't know where I would be without them.
Just trying to get that message out there that there's a lot of people that have these invisible illnesses that you can't see from the outside. But that doesn't mean that someone's not, fighting a battle within. We really emphasize the importance of kindness.
Luke is able to play lacrosse and attend school in person. He attends events like Dance Marathon to share his story and give back to Riley. So you can register for Bop to the Top at tuxbro.com.
Great cause. I want to join it, Lauren.
Yeah.
Well, this week, Lucas Oil Stadium has been transformed from a football field into a dirt racetrack. It's all for Supercross racing. And for one participant, he is happy this competition is being held right here in his hometown. Supercross rider Josh Osby is competing in the 2021 Monster Energy AMA Supercross race. The Valparaiso native says he got into Supercross late for the sport, but it quickly became his passion. Now he has traveled around the world racing during the pandemic. Osby says his fellow riders are living and traveling in a bubble. All riders are tested for COVID-19 before each race, and despite limited fan attendance, Osby says competing at Lucas Oil, the place where he grew up watching Supercross shows, is very special.
I mean, there's a lot of pride being here. Like, this is home for me. Even when I flew in, I obviously I live like 2 hours from here, but this is where I came as a kid. There's just something so special when I'm flying in. I'm looking out the window and seeing Lucas Oil Stadium and thinking about all the memories that come with that. I mean, I'm truly a kid that started doing something he loved, and now I'm here at the biggest stage in the entire world to do exactly that, what I love to do. So for me, that's special, and I hope people can understand, like, yeah, it's me riding my dirt bike tonight. You can't really see me. I got all my gear on, but under the helmet, it's a big smile of me doing absolutely exactly what I love to do, and I'm very thankful to be able to do it.
What a good feeling. And tickets start at $25 and are still on sale. There's a pod seating for social distancing and masks are required. Rounds 5 and 6 continue tomorrow and on Saturday, Lauren.
How did they get all the dirt in there? I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering,
Blows
too.
my mind every time. Okay, so top NFL players were not able to have their traditional Pro Bowl matchup this year, but that didn't stop one Colts player from holding his own game. That video's coming up just after the break, Megan.
And the pandemic has had a dramatic impact on performers. That includes comedians, too. Coming up, all new at 5, how groups are working together to bring laughter during these tough times. That story and more. Stick with us as we come back right after the break.
WRTV.
Welcome back. It is 4:56. Here is a live look right now at traffic up on the north side of town. You can see how that snow accumulated on the sides of the roads. However, the interstates, as you can see, have been treated. So they're mostly clear from snow, and it looks like traffic is getting by just fine. We'll continue to keep you updated if there are any slowdowns or crashes for your Monday commute. All right, Megan, so the Pro Bowl Sunday was all virtual with a Madden matchup online and player recognitions.
That's right, but that didn't stop Colts linebacker Darius Leonard from suiting up for a game of his own. Take a look.
Check. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Yes, sir.
The Maniac posted this video of himself in his AFC Pro Bowl gear, running the defense in his yard. He even gets the Pack 6 complete with a spike and a dance to celebrate. Look at that dance.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Oh, hey, he's got moves.
Yeah, he had been working on that. Love it.
Todd, you got moves like that too?
I did not have moves like that.
Todd's like, snowstorm, dance.
I can run, not as fast as him, but I can run, but I don't have moves like that. All right, outside. Still some lingering snow showers across the area. They're all very, very light, though. That is the good news, and they're decreasing in coverage as well across the area. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies for your Groundhog's Day, and then as we go into Wednesday, 34 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Rain on Thursday as the temperature spiked to 42, and then much colder as we go into the weekend. High Sunday only in the low teens. Plenty more to come here on Good Morning Indiana. Stay with us. We're back in just a couple minutes.